Hi there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Eating 90s Kid Shit. Today is Reptar Cereal from the hit show Rugrats. There's monster flavor in every bite. Last time on the show, I ate Reptar Bars by FYE. Today I'm eating Reptar Cereal by FYE. And again, just a little reminder to give you a bit of a shock, there are still a few FYEs in some parts of the world. I know many of us thought FYEs all went extinct when the dinosaurs did, but they're still just barely hanging on. The only thing that's keeping them afloat is nostalgic Rugrats marketing gimmicks. It's a bold strategy, can't say I don't respect it. Now on the back of the cereal box here we have something very interesting. This is a cutout Reptar mask that you can wear around and scare your friends into thinking you're a fucking psychopath with. I'm not going to cut out the mask because I'd hate to ruin the mint condition collector's edition box here. Not that I really think the price on it's gonna soar over time like a fucking Bitcoin or anything and Reptar enthusiasts will be paying out the ass. It's just a nice looking little box. It's not that I collect cereal boxes or anything, I'm not a lunatic, but I have the Reptar bars still here and it adds to the little Reptar collection. That sounds very unhealthy. Hopefully I don't go down a slippery slope, a downward spiral, and start sucking dick for Reptar memorabilia. But for now, I like these two little Reptar things. I'm not going to ruin the box. That's the point. Let's go ahead and start tasting this shit. That's the important part here. Now, any good Reptar food-eating virtuoso worth their salt will tell you, you gotta do two taste tests on the Reptar cereal. You gotta do a dry cereal test and a wet cereal test with some milk. I opened the box gently with the hands of a fucking surgeon. I want to make sure not to ruin the box. And while I'm doing this, I'm also taking mental notes on the craftsmanship of the box. It's pretty cheap material here. We weren't dealing with any high quality aluminum. There was no titanium coating as well. I didn't notice any diamonds on the outside either. All of which will deduct points from my final score of the Reptar cereal, I'm sad to say. Now, if you have working eyes and you had a childhood where you ate cereal, you'll immediately recognize what these look like. They look like Fruit Loops. They're identical to Fruit Loops, but they do not taste identical to Fruit Loops, unfortunately. They are bland as a motherfucker. It tastes like biting into a pine cone that's been covered in dirt for a century. It's like actually eating an ancient Egyptian artifact. It tastes about as great as that. It's as if they took the Fruit Loops formula, but replaced sugar with hatred. I would have far preferred eating shards of glass than more spoonfuls of the Reptar cereal. I didn't thoroughly read the ingredients on this cereal here, but I'm quite certain that the chief ingredient at the top of that list is sandpaper. There is absolutely no flavor to this cereal. Whoever made this cereal should be Reptarred and feathered. It's fucking disgusting and it's insulting to your mouth if you ever eat this. Now, if Reptar Cereal was a high school boy who came to my house looking to take my daughter to prom, and let's say my daughter wasn't the most popular girl in high school, didn't even expect to get asked to prom, and this nice looking boy, Reptar Cereal, comes up, asks her to prom, he shows up at my doorstep, and this is the first impression he gives me, I'm slapping that bitch across the face, I'm driving to his parents' house, and I'm slapping his parents. Awful first impression, but like any professional Reptar food reviewer will do, I was going to finish the task. I was going to try it with the milk. Now, unlike most simpletons, I don't use ordinary milk. I've transcended above that realm. I use lactose-free milk due to my lactose intolerant. A little fun fact for all of you out there, as you get older, the chance of you becoming lactose intolerant goes up significantly, so you have that to look forward to if you love milk. So I'm drinking some Lactaid. It tastes kind of like normal milk for the most part. And it made the cereal significantly worse somehow. It was somehow able to sap out whatever iota of flavor was accidentally left in the Reptar cereal and left me with genuinely nothing. With each bite of the milk-coated Reptar cereal, I felt as if I was biting into a fart. There was nothing there, and yet I was still repulsed. It was a crunchy, miserable experience that had no taste at all, and yet somehow sent my taste buds into some type of riot. There was like a protest going on in my mouth. It was just an unpleasant experience, and overall, I just tasted no monster flavor, just monster disappointment. Unfortunately, I'd have to say I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, except everybody I know. I would recommend everyone try a spoonful of Reptar cereal, because it is truly a mind-boggling anomaly of how you can make cereal so incredibly tasteless. So that's kind of nice. There's something good to be said about that. So that's it. So yeah.